Going. We're going to see if we can get this session recorded, and this is Ask Me Anything. The Countess Group helps you gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing campaigns that really work. We don't believe in spray and pray marketing. That's a good way to spend a lot of money and not get the results you're looking for. What we help our clients do is really understand what their value proposition is and create a campaign with messaging that resonates with the people you're trying to reach. And we try to help you understand not to market to people that are not going to be interested in your products and services for whatever reason. And so when we do that, it helps you save money. It helps you really get to your target with a campaign that really resonates. To help you learn more about how we do things that can really help you grow your business, I encourage you to listen to the Market Your Business Like a Pro podcast. We have new episodes that come out every week, either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, typically. We'll be publishing episode number 8 this week. And there you can get expert marketing tips and advice that you can listen to wherever you are, whenever you want, on any device. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, just go to our website. It's marketyourbusiness.co, and then go to the podcast tab. And there you'll be able to listen to the podcast right there on the web. You'll be able to listen to it on your desktop, tablet, smartphone, or whatever. And you can actually also listen to back episodes as well. Anytime, anywhere. We're on iTunes and on Google Play as well. So as we get things going, the question that I have for you is, what is it that you really want to improve about your marketing? Now, I did ask questions as you were registering for this event. Tell me exactly what it is that you're struggling with. And I have to admit, I didn't get many questions, but I do know that the people that registered come from a very wide variety of industries and organizations. I have just a partial list here is research and discovery, hospitality, travel and tourism. We had some people in retail. I spoke recently at a scuba diving show, and so there's someone registered from the scuba diving industry. We've got realtors, people in banking and securities, education, manufacturing, air conditioning and refrigeration, pet training, dog training, wealth management. So we've got a pretty good cross-section of people from a wide variety of industries. And so what I'd like you to think about is, what is it in the marketing that you are doing today? What is it that you really want to improve about your marketing? What's your biggest marketing challenge? If you're watching this webinar on a computer or smartphone or tablet, as opposed to being on the phone, you have a poll in front of you right now. And that poll is asking you what your biggest marketing challenge is. And it's a multiple choice question. You could actually give me multiple answers to this. And the question is, in terms of your biggest marketing challenge, what do you think it really is? And so if you're dialing in by phone, the answers that I'm offering are generating leads, converting leads to a sale, or retaining customers. So I'll give you another few seconds, and then I'll show you what the results of the poll were. We'll show you how everybody has answered. Here we go. So it looks like we have a tie on those who are having challenges generating leads and converting those leads to a sale. Not too surprising, by the way. And slightly less is retaining customers. So understand, and we'll try to address those. Next question, and once again, this is multiple choice. How are you marketing your business or your nonprofit today? Are you using email marketing? Are you using social media? Are you relying on search engine optimization, video marketing, blogs, paid search? That's pay-per-click ads like Google AdWords, or Facebook advertising. Which of those are you using today to market your business? I'll give you a few seconds to look down that list. You've got several choices. Tell me which ones you're using now. And in a few seconds, I'll show you the results. We've got just about everybody participating. So let's go ahead and share the results with you. It looks like most everybody is marketing their business with email. Not too terribly surprising, since a lot of the coaching I do is on email. Social media comes in second, search engine optimization third, and then video, blogs, and Facebook advertising are tied for the number 4 position. And nobody, it looks like, is using paid search, which I'm not too surprised about. I'm also somewhat pleased about, because search engine, paid search can be a difficult thing to manage and control. So when we talk about how to market a business, whether you're for-profit or not for-profit, there are really 3 points that you have to be thinking about in order to be successful. And those 3 things, maybe not too surprisingly, are: if you're going to be successful, you want to obviously generate leads. That's number 1. No matter how good you are at business, you need to keep that funnel full, right? And of course, you need to increase traffic. And here I'm talking about increasing traffic to your website. And so everything in your marketing campaigns should be with that goal: increasing traffic to your website. And when you do both of those things, obviously the third important thing, what makes a campaign successful, is converting those leads, converting that traffic to an actual sale. So with that as background, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this. And by the way, I don't have a time clock on here. We have it scheduled for 30 to 45 minutes, but if you ask lots of questions, if there's a lot going on in the chat box, and I am watching live the chat box and the question box. And by the way, we're simulcasting on Facebook Live as well on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Countess Group, and you can find us there. What you see at Facebook Live will be about a 45-second delay from what's going on the live webinar. So you can go ahead and fire up another browser window and see what's going on there as well. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'd really encourage you to throw questions into the question box or into the chat box. I do want to answer questions for you. Once again, this is an Ask Me Anything kind of an event, obviously related to marketing, and we'll get those answers for you. We're going to focus on digital marketing. Those of you, once again, who have seen me live or have watched a webinar or who have gone to our YouTube channel, you all know that we focus on digital marketing. And by the way, if you have not yet been to our YouTube channel, there is somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 videos that are archived up there. Webinars we've done over the last period of time, many of them have to do with email. They have to do with Facebook marketing, social media in general. So many, many different topics. I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We're regularly updating the content. But let's talk about digital marketing. And when I say digital, I'm talking about all of these things that you see on the screen. It's email, it's Facebook, it's LinkedIn, it's Twitter. It's doing things on your smartphone or tablet, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, just being on the web by itself. And there are really 5 areas of marketing that we talk about most in today's world. We're in late 2017. Marketing automation has really taken hold. And we use automation to deliver personalized, useful content to your audience. I used the term earlier, spray and pray. It's no longer spray and pray. Today, we can customize the marketing messages in order to reach the people that we want to reach with messaging that resonates with them. We're using marketing to build a relationship. Marketing and sales are not the same. They are obviously related. I like to call them cousins. They're related, but you have to think about marketing in terms of building a relationship. Why building a relationship? Because for most businesses, it's not an impulse buy. And I know we have some travel agents on here, and so let's talk about travel for just a moment. When we think about travel, someone doesn't just wake up in the morning, typically, and say, I'm going to fly to Tahiti tonight, or I'm going to take a week-long cruise beginning this weekend. This is something we spend some time thinking about, researching, before we make that buying decision. So when we think about it that way, you want to be the person that I think of if I'm thinking about traveling. You want to cultivate a relationship with me. In the sales world, we talk about it as know, like, and trust. First, we have to get to know somebody. And then over time, hopefully, as the relationship builds, we like them. And then trust them with our money. Mind share is what it's all about. Mind share leads to wallet share. You may have heard that before. Mind share leads to wallet share. So now what we have to think about is taking it the next level, where we use marketing automation. Once we know what our customers or prospects are looking for, let's use our marketing talents to customize the messages to appeal to their senses and answer the questions that maybe they haven't even asked yet. But we use automation to help us do that so that we don't have to work 24/7. We use these online tools that enable us to hit those targets at the right time. So Rod is asking, what's the best way to get and develop new leads on clients? Rod, we're going to talk about that. Here's how we typically get marketing messages today. I mean, it's all these things. It's Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, and we're browsing constantly, and we may actually read a magazine or two, and we'll look at YouTube, and we'll go to our inbox, and it can be overwhelming, can't it? Studies have shown that we get upwards of 260 marketing messages per day. Per person, per day. That's a lot of messaging. What it all amounts to is noise. So how do we cut through the clutter? And how do we create campaigns that help us generate leads? Well, very high on the list today is content marketing. You may have heard of this some time ago. Content marketing in the past had a lot to do with blogs. We would create blogs and blogs and blogs and hope that people read them. But today, blogs have to really target an audience. Blogs have actually undergone a renaissance. And what I mean by that is people are now searching more than ever. And in those searches, if your blog content has the right keywords so that when someone looks for someone who does what you do, your stuff shows up. How does your stuff show up? Well, if you understand who your target audience is and what it is they care about, and you have a good understanding of where you can excel in providing valuable content to those people, you stand a much greater chance of succeeding. So how do you get leads, new leads? you have to think about who you're trying to reach. Again, don't try to appeal to everybody. Once again, if I'm a travel agent, I'm going to want to appeal to a certain segment. Of course, people with money. And so that may help narrow down who you're going after. But your decisions and your marketing strategy come from understanding your audience. So let me zero in on that a little bit more. Think about your target audience in this way. How would you explain quantum physics to someone who looks like this? This may be my mom. Or how would you explain quantum physics to friends of yours? A group maybe in their 40s or 50s. And then lastly, how would you explain quantum physics to someone like this, a young person? As you can see, the messaging you would use to target your audience for something like quantum physics, and this may be a little bit of a silly example, but I think it helps to drive home a point, that the way you market yourself to people of different age brackets, different cultures, different wealth, areas of wealth, maybe different geographies, age certainly can play a factor, male versus female, that's going to help define how well you're able to generate leads. So for example, obviously I'm a guy, and so if you are marketing baking and you're using pink colors and, things that appeal to a female, you're probably not going to get my attention. But if you make it a little more generic and you talk about gourmet cooking, that might resonate with me a little bit more. Let's move on to video marketing. As you think about your content marketing strategy, think about video. Video has really become a top trend. And it may come as no surprise, with internet speeds and mobile usage continually rising, to enable your potential customers to stream videos wherever they want, whenever they want. Smart marketers are now latching on to video marketing more than ever before. I was speaking at a convention, a trade show here in Orlando a few weeks ago. It was the diving equipment show, and I know there are some diving equipment people here. And one of the sessions that I was a presenter, I sat through another marketer's session on video marketing and talking about YouTube and how to make video marketing really help you generate more leads by adding keywords into those into the YouTube channel where your videos are posted. Video marketing is very platform specific. There are 3 different types of videos to use. And I'll add for Rod, for example, in travel. Boy, video can be so great when you're trying to market a cruise, a ski vacation, a kayaking trip, the flight to Paris, the sights and scenes of the places that people want to go to. So think about YouTube, or Vimeo is another video channel, where you can post timeless, we call them evergreen videos, highly visual content. If you've attended our video marketing session, there is a video that I show which makes the comparison between video marketing and photos. We all know a photo is worth 1,000 words. 1 minute of video is worth 1,000,000 words. So if you can only get someone's attention for a short amount of time, and let's just do some simple math. Let's say that a minute of video is worth 1,000,000 words. A 30-second video is 500,000 words. Boy, you can convey an awful lot of information and great insight and beautiful imagery in just half a minute. We use things like Facebook and Twitter. for shareable, time-sensitive video. I mentioned that this webinar is actually simulcast right now on Facebook Live. On Twitter, we use Periscope. Both great ways to have time-sensitive stuff, meaning this video on Facebook Live this one's going to be relevant for quite a while, but it's consumed very quickly. I would use video at every chance I could. And then if you want to use short attention-grabbing videos, Instagram stories, Snapchat. Snapchat obviously has great appeal to the millennial generation, Instagram as well. But so much is conveyed using imagery that you really ought to try it out. Facebook Live is really catching on. I use Facebook Live some. Aside from tonight being simulcast, the webinar being simulcast on Facebook, consider taking a look at when other people you know on Facebook are doing a live broadcast. The great thing about tools like Facebook Live is they're totally unscripted, or they should be. What you're looking at now, if you're watching me on Facebook Live, is I have a virtual background that's showing up. I don't really have a banner sitting behind me, and yet you see the company logo, the Countess Group behind me. But everything else here is unscripted. The PowerPoint slides, obviously that's part of a script. Normally when I'm on Facebook Live, it's without any visual accompaniment. I may be out in the backyard shooting Facebook Live. Here's the thing though. When you're using Facebook Live and Periscope, your audience is seeing the real you. You're a person, and they get to know you more than just when they receive an email from you. And so experiment with it. The great thing about video marketing is, by and large, it's still in its infancy. Live video, for sure, is in its infancy. So it's okay to make mistakes. And the other great thing about video marketing today, and particularly Facebook and Periscope, Facebook Live and Periscope, is people are much more forgiving about the fact that it's not professionally produced. I spent 25 years in corporate America. I would spend $2,000 per minute of video that we produced for some purpose. Sitting in my studio here, in my office, I've got a few lights around. I've got some studio lighting, and I have a microphone sitting right up here. And the camera is simply a webcam. So all in, and I've gone pretty extravagant compared to most people who are doing live video now. All in, this whole setup, including the mic and the lighting and the webcam, it's just a few $100s. So you can do it too. You ought to experiment with it and see how well it works. By the way, don't forget, ask questions. This is Ask Me Anything. So fill up that question box in the chat box for me. Let's move on to mobile marketing, okay? Mobile really has changed our behavior in a big, big way. 3, 4, 5 years ago, we were pretty well chained to our computers. We're not anymore. Now, we're watching on smartphones and tablets. This is how people read your messages and your posts and how they find you and they make purchasing decisions. We're in a very, very mobile-centric world. And you'll hear that term mobile-centric more and more often, and that's defined as searches that happen now about 3/4 of the time from a mobile device. And the reality is, people are using their smartphones to find something, really everything, that they need. They do it right there on their phone. And nearly 90% of near-me searches happen from a mobile device. And here's something else that happens. 75% or more of the time when a near me search is done, let's say you're standing on a street corner in downtown or midtown Manhattan. I know we have somebody in Manhattan that's watching us on Facebook Live right now. Let's say you're in Manhattan and you're looking for a pizza place. You want to find a good bagel or something. You do a search on your phone. If you're using an iPhone, it's, "Hey Siri, where's the local bagel shop?" And on an Android, it's, "Hey Google, where's the local bagel shop?" And the search happens and you get the result on your screen, and the odds are pretty good you're going to choose one of those that, by the way, has great reviews. And so you're making a great decision by going to that location because other people have reviewed it and recommended it. And by the way, that's the subject of a whole nother Ask Me Anything webinar. How we trust people that we don't even know anymore by virtue of search. Let me move on for a moment and talk about email marketing. Email is at the heart of all marketing campaigns, has been for years, continues to be. In fact, the ROI, the return on investment from email marketing campaigns continues to go up. But make sure that when you create an email campaign, that it's set up to work on a mobile device. If your email doesn't look good on a mobile, 75% of the time it can be deleted. Worse, 30% of the time someone will unsubscribe if they can't read your email easily. And so on other webinars and seminars and workshops, I talk about avoiding these mistakes with email. Too much text, having multiple columns in your email, no good anymore. Don't do that. Don't use large images that are so big they go off screen and someone has to scroll around or pinch the image and then zoom out to try to see what's going on. People don't do that anymore. They used to when it was a novelty, but they don't anymore. You know, the average person only spends 15 seconds on an email. Make sure the font size is big enough, and make sure that your call to action, that click here for information button, is right there on the screen. You probably got an email or two from me in the last week or so. And what was right at the top of the one that we sent out Sunday night, there was a button right there to sign up for this week's webinars. We're doing a webinar tomorrow. This is Monday night when we're doing this live. On Tuesday afternoon, Eastern Time, we've got a webinar on Facebook, and then we have another one later in the week on LinkedIn. The point is that the email gave you an opportunity to sign up for them with a call to action that was clear, very clear. Quick question for you. Another poll. Tell me, are you currently using email marketing? This is a three-part question. Number one, are you currently using email marketing to market your business? The second question is, and it's a multiple choice, what email marketing service are you currently using? And it could be any of these. And the third one, if you scroll down, is would you like a free 15-minute marketing consultation to help you learn how to do things a little bit better? So go ahead and select your answers on these. I'll wait about 15 more seconds and give you all a chance to answer these questions. So it looks like everybody is using email marketing. That's great. There's a blend of responses, Constant Contact, HubSpot, that's a great tool. Infusionsoft, another great tool. By the way, for those of you using Constant Contact, Infusionsoft runs at about $300 a month to start. HubSpot's even a little bit higher than that. They offer different features. and there's other people that are using other email marketing services as well. So thanks for answering those questions. So let's move on to social media. And I want to spend a few minutes here on social for this reason. Social media gets all the buzz. Every day, we can't get away, it seems, from hearing about Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and there are plenty more. But those are the top ones that are being used in North America. And here's the thing about social media. We tend to check social media pretty often. When I do workshops, I ask everybody in the room, who here has checked their email today? Everybody raises their hand. And they've, at that point, checked their email multiple times. Not the same for social media. But they work together. You have to be on social media. You have to be using email. You have to make sure your website is search engine friendly so that Google and Bing and the other search engines can find you. So social media plays a very important part. The thing is, many times, social media, as good as it is, doesn't result in a sale. Your presence, your visibility is expanded when you use social media. Use it in conjunction with email marketing. But Facebook has done an incredible job of setting up advertising campaigns that make it much easier for you to attract a bigger audience, generate more sales with an email campaign tied into a Facebook campaign. I want to share with you a quick Facebook case study. This is about a client that we have that's had us do multiple Facebook campaigns for her. So have a listen.
Hello everyone, my name is John and I'm the account manager here at the Countess Group, and our company also specializes Hello everyone, my name is John and I'm the account manager here at the Countess Group, and our company also specializes in helping businesses like yours find more customers through Facebook. And I created this short video to show you a case study and then also show you how we can help you make more money for pretty much any service that you offer. Now, what happened was we had a company called Elite Outdoor Kitchens come to us. And John, the owner, came to me and said, look, I have a website and it generates about 1 to 2 phone calls per week. And I just need to get some more traction with my business online. Where do I start? So we assembled a Facebook campaign and crafted that to test out to generate more leads for outdoor kitchens. And here are the results. In 2 days, we generated 12 leads for just under $69. And these are people that came to a landing page, filled out their name, email, and phone number, and hit the submit button. So what happened was John actually said, can you turn the campaign down a little bit because I'm overwhelmed with new leads and business and I just need to slow it down a little bit. So by using some cool tools in Facebook, we have the ability to show advertisements to virtually anybody that we want. And if someone lives in a certain zip code or in a certain area, or they make a certain amount of money, or they fall into a certain age bracket, or if they have a certain interest, our ability to show the right person an ad who can afford it is through the roof. Now, after we find these people who are most likely to purchase your services, we show them an ad like this. And as you can see in the ad, it states, if you want a free kitchen design, click here, and the people that see this ad are only the people whom we've selected to see it. It's not a post that goes on the Facebook page. Now, once they click on the ad, we take them to this page. And this is called a landing page, and it looks different than a static website that people typically see, but it represents the brand. And so what we have here is you want a completely free outdoor kitchen design for your home, click and sign up for this special Facebook offer. And once they click it, they input their name, email, and phone number, and that's when the lead comes to you. So we do all the heavy lifting on our end to generate that and to build that out. Now, one mistake a lot of companies make is once the customer fills out the form, they send them to a page that says, "Thank you, we'll call you soon." But in reality, the thank you page is an opportunity to do two more things. First, create a sense of urgency, and second, offer additional services. So in this example, it says, due to limited spots available, free designs will be provided on a first call basis. Call us now to get scheduled. Second, it says, bonus offer. Mention you saw us on Facebook and get our grill cleaning service for 50% off. John offered a grill cleaning service as an additional service on his website, so we included that to notify the new person that we also have that service as well. So in this example, we're giving them a reason to call now, which is going to save you time because you don't have to chase the leads down, and the leads will come to you and your phone will ring instead. Now, for people that didn't take action, meaning that they came to this beautifully designed landing page, but they didn't actually give their contact information, we will continue to retarget case study and then also show you how we can help you make more money for pretty much any service.
Okay, so I think you get the idea that a Facebook ad campaign can be really, really beneficial. And I'd encourage you to, if you're at all tech savvy, go ahead and try it out. And you can limit your budget to be as small or as big as you want. The great thing is you have full control over your budget. So you may want to run a campaign that only runs $10 a day, $20 a day, and you want to run it for a week or two just to try it out. You can really zero in on the audience you're trying to reach. So I know, for example, in the travel agent example, we've got plenty of examples of travel agents that we've helped to sell more travel. One travel agent sold $51,000 worth of travel in 2 days. This same travel agent has had us do several other campaigns for her, and now she's actually chartering an entire cruise ship. $1 million worth of inventory, and she's marketing through Facebook. And we've got plenty of other examples as well. I'd encourage you to try it out. Let me move on to big data. Data is everywhere. Everywhere. And the kind of data we have access to now as marketers is pretty astounding and exciting. We get demographic information. Who are they? How old are they? Gender, geography, just about everything. We get data from in-person and sales and online point of sale. We get event registration data, and we could be as specific as we want to be. When you registered to attend this, if you're not watching on Facebook Live, but rather if you registered to attend this webinar, we captured information so that we'd have a much better feel for who was going to attend. So as I mentioned earlier, I knew up front that we had people in lots of different industries: real estate, travel, air conditioning and refrigeration, research and discovery, and so on. So we can now use that information to help us help you better market your business. Imagine how valuable that can be. And of course, there are always digital touch points as well. People who come to your website will know more about who you are and what you do, and you get to see how much time they spend on your website. There are great tools out there that will tell you not only who came to your website, what company they were with, where they're from, how much time they spent on your site, what pages they spent the most time on. When it comes to email, you can check out opens. How many people opened the email? What was the open percentage? And by learning that information, you can see what the best day and time are for you to send out an email. If you're on our email list, you get an email from us every Sunday at roughly 7:30 in the evening Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. And the reason for that is we've done a lot of testing. And we found that Sunday, late in the day, late afternoon, early evening, depending on where you are, that tends to get the greatest open rates. But not only open rates being important, click-throughs to me are even more valuable. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that someone opening up an email really isn't enough. That doesn't make the cash register ring. But when someone clicks on a link in an email, I know I've got their attention. So you may have clicked on the link, for example, to attend this webinar, and initially didn't follow all the way through to register. So, well, I'll know that you clicked on a link, and I can follow up with you and say, for example, hey, Gary, I know that you clicked on a link for the upcoming webinar, but you didn't fulfill the registration. Is this something I can give you a hand with? And I mentioned earlier, marketing is about relationships. So that helps further deepen or solidify the relationship. When you know that someone clicked on a link in an email, that helps you out a lot. That gives you information and insights so you can identify your engaged readers. So to recap, we talked about marketing automation, we talked about content marketing, and we talked about video marketing. All three of those contribute to having a successful campaign. I would add to that mobile marketing. It's really, really important. And big data, looking at the data, finding out what resonated, who was clicking on your stuff, who got engaged with you. And just to reiterate and emphasize the point, email marketing provides the highest return on investment of any marketing tool out there. The latest data from the DMA, the Data and Marketing Association, found that, and this is year after year, that for every dollar spent on an email campaign, on average, you'll get $44 in return, a 44-to-1 return on your investment. We have a client, she's been with us now for 5 years. Before she started using email marketing, from 2010 to the middle of 2013, her annual sales consistently were $50,000 a year. She started using email. Here's what she said.
Hi, I'm Pamela Fay, co-owner of Imprints for Less, founded in 2010. We provide over 1 million products with your logo on them. Everything from bags, pens, cups, anything you can imagine. In our first year, we averaged $50,000.
Let me restart that.
$50,000 in sales. Business growth was slow in the first 3 years, and in 2013, we started using Constant Contact. With the help of Ken Countess, our business tripled almost immediately. Today, we average average over $500,000 in sales annually. Everyone at Imprints for Less would like to thank Constant Contact and Ken Countess. Thanks, Ken.
So as you saw there, they tripled in a couple of years' time. That video was shot 2 years ago. Now they're doing $1 million in sales a year. $1 million. All they're using is email marketing. So for this client of the Countess Group, the return on investment is over 500 to 1. They spend about $150 a month on their email marketing service. It's Constant Contact. And they generate $1 million in sales a year. The $150 is because the size of their list is 17,000 email addresses. And the price of these services scales based on the number of email addresses you have. So that's a pretty amazing return. We taught her how to do it, and they took the ball from there. That's pretty astounding. It's pretty incredible. It's a great success story. So we've covered all the content. I'll take a look at the chat box and the Q&A box and see if there's anything that anybody would like to ask. Once again, this is an Ask Me Anything kind of an event. So let me take a look. I'll look on Facebook Live as well and see if there are any questions. In the meantime, while I wait, I just want to thank you for joining me in this Ask Me Anything special event. This is really a great opportunity for you to figure out where you might need a little bit of extra guidance. We're here to give you a hand. If you don't do anything, my question for you would be, what will your 2017 have looked like on December 31 if you don't do anything at all? So here's what we can help you accomplish. We help businesses like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing campaigns, not the spray and pray type, targeted campaigns that really do work. If you haven't already listened to our podcast, it's the Market Your Business Like a Pro podcast, where you can get expert marketing tips and advice that you can listen to every week, wherever you are, on any device, anytime you want. And by the way, if you'd like to be a guest on our podcast, shoot me an email. It's info@thecountessgroup.com, or go to our website. You see the URL on screen. It's marketyourbusiness.co, not .com. And there, to listen to the podcast, go to the podcast tab. And if you'd like to send a note to us, you can do that on the website as well. So what's next? Well, we have multiple webinars coming up. This is a screenshot from our website earlier today. You can see that we're less than 24 hours away from the Rock Your Marketing with Facebook and Email webinar. That's at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday, the 14th of November. And a couple of days after that, we've got another one on LinkedIn. And then we have a couple of other webinars that are set up for the week after the Thanksgiving holiday. I see some questions coming in, so let me go ahead and take a peek at that. If you're interested in the webinars, go to our website. Once again, marketyourbusiness.co/upcoming events. The upcoming events tab is right there. It's the second from the right. And go ahead and check out the Market Your Business Like a Pro podcast. By the way, we do have a special offer. If you'd like a 30-minute one-on-one personal coaching session, go to the URL that you see on screen. It's bit.ly/consult99. Let me go ahead and take a look at the question box. Okay, Jim is asking, and I'll leave that URL up on the screen. Jim is asking, we're a B2B type of business, and we make and sell high-tech, heavy-duty headsets for heavy industries and used with radio communications or Bluetooth devices. Boy, that's an an industry near and dear to my heart. I spent over 20 years at Motorola marketing radio communications. So let's see, what do you think is the best social media platform to use for paid marketing, LinkedIn or Facebook and so on? Well, right now, Jim, as we are live this, here we are in November, LinkedIn is a great B2B platform. Oh, you were with Motorola? We probably know each other. I was there 22 years and I left in 2001, and I was in the two-way radio business for a good part of that time. So LinkedIn is probably going to be your richest source of leads in terms of targeting that B2B audience. LinkedIn advertising is much more of an art as well as a science. We are certified in helping companies with both LinkedIn and Facebook, and by the way, Google AdWords certified as well. There are multiple ways to use LinkedIn. Reach out to me separately and I'll give you some more detail on how you might do that. Facebook ads are incredibly powerful as well. Once again, it's a matter of understanding how to target your audience. There are some really unique ways to do that. The great thing about Facebook and LinkedIn is that you can advertise with precision, so only the people who would be interested in your products and services are the ones who will see the ad. So in that way, you save a lot of money. You know you're targeting the audience you're trying to reach. You can also get great insights that will tell you who's looking at your stuff, when they're looking at it, when your posts and ads are getting the highest traction. Here's another offer, 2 hours with me via video call, similar to this. You go to http://bit.ly/2-hour-workshop. Quick question for you. We are also about to launch, it'll actually happen in the beginning of 2018, a membership-based marketing program where for a monthly flat fee, you'll have access to us and special webinars and Facebook groups that are membership-based, so they're relatively small, and this way you'll be able to get the information you need when you need it. So if that's something you would be interested in, go ahead and let us know. If you're not sure, we can certainly reach out to you and tell you a little bit more about what's coming. And if you're not interested, that's okay too. So go ahead and we'll give you another few seconds to provide the answers. Okay, thank you for that. So as we get toward the end, I'd encourage you to simply go for the gold. There is such a great opportunity out there. Some really great ways for you to generate more business using this online environment, similar to what you've experienced during this webinar. This really didn't exist very well not very long ago. And so I hope you'll take advantage of it and truly go for the gold. I want to thank you for attending today's webinar, and I hope you'll attend another one of our events. We help businesses like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing campaigns. If you haven't already connected with us on Facebook, it's facebook.com/The Countess Group. And on LinkedIn, it's linkedin.com/in/Ken Countess. On the Facebook page, we already have over 6,000 people that are connected with us, and on LinkedIn, over 4,000 people connected with us. And if you need our contact information, it's right up here on screen. I'll leave that up there for a bit. I'll stand by to see if there are any other questions you may have before we close down this webinar. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you at another one of our upcoming events. Have an incredible day.